There were air raid alarms in almost all of Ukraine the night before. The first attacks the occupiers directed toward the Lviv region. According to preliminary information, they launched 6 missiles. 2 of them were shot down by Ukrainian air defense forces. The missiles hit 3 electrical substations. 2 people were wounded. They were provided with emergency medical assistance. Part of the city of Lviv was left out of power.
There is also serious damage to the municipal infrastructure. Windows are blown out. There are water supply outages, also power outages at some of our medical facilities.
For the first time since the beginning of a full-scale military invasion, the Russians launched missiles towards the Carpathy region. The missiles hit one of the electric substations of the railway in Volovets. Windows were blown out at sites within 500-meter radius, and missile fragments have damaged cars nearby.
No information on casualties is received. Firefighters conducted measures to extinguish the fire and are removing the debris. I would like to ask all residents of Zakarpattia, taking the alarm seriously and immediately going to the nearest bomb shelter.
In the southern direction, 2 missiles fired from the Caspian area hit the railway infrastructure of Kirovograd region. Unfortunately, there were killed and wounded, local authorities said. The railroad was also damaged in the Kamyansk district of the Dnipropetrovsk region. According to Ukrainian railway company Ukrzaliznytsia, the occupiers targeted altogether 6 railway stations in central and western Ukraine. 14 trains were 1 to 3 hours of schedule. Work on repairing heavy damage is underway. 12 residential buildings were destroyed by the occupiers in the Zalesnichne village of the Hulyai district in the Zaporizhia region. School was destroyed, 2 people were killed. There were also many civilian casualties in the Donetsk region, 21 people over the past day. This includes 10 deaths at the coke plant in Avdiivka. Another 27 were wounded. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky commented on the most powerful attack since the beginning of a full-scale invasion in his video address.
They are trying to vent their powerlessness because they cannot beat Ukraine. The more such strikes, the farther Russia is from civilization.
Combat operations are actively continuing in the east and south of the country. The occupiers conducted assault actions in the area of Popasna over the past day. In the Liman direction, the enemy strengthens the grouping of troops and intensified air reconnaissance. They continue airstrikes on Ukrainian positions in the area of Azovstal in Mariupol. Attacks are also continuing in Taurida and Zaporizhia directions. However, all attempts to break through our defense lines are without success.
12 enemy attacks were repelled in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions in the past day. 6 tanks, 5 artillery systems, 3 of which were multiple rocket launchers, 15 units of armored combat vehicles and 9 units of the enemy's automobile equipment were destroyed. The enemy has losses on other aspects either.
Despite all the occupiers' attempts to break through Ukrainian positions, the armed forces of Ukraine managed to regain control of 4 settlements on the border of the Mykolaiv and Kherson regions over the past day. Reported by Roman Smoler, Alexander Belov, UATV News.